Hello. I'm not kidding when I almost forgot to add myself to the live stream. Yet I am the only one here. How does that happen? I don't know. It's called You Are Me, who is dumb. Anyway, so unfortunately today, I'm gonna wait till everyone comes. So I said everyone, like who's gonna be here? I don't know. But anyway, sorry, I was checking my messages. Okay, so I decided I want to organize my shelves because they're a mess. Look at them. First of all, look at all of the books that I have over there. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. And I realize the problem is that I have too many books. So I'm trying to get rid of them. But even when I take them off my shelf, because I don't want them anymore, I don't know where to put them. So they just sit there. But anyway, I'm not like this was a bad idea because I just got my booster yesterday and my entire body is very sore right now. Yesterday I felt completely fine. I even felt fine when I woke up this morning and then like an hour into being conscious, it was a pain. It was not fun. But anyway, I'm gonna try and do this. I'm gonna do it fast because I might pass out. Like, I might do that. Anyway, let's say hi. I'm sorry. This message is from like 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm so sorry. Hello. Hi. Hello everybody. It's been forever since I went live. And I know I just haven't like had time. Like I was in school and I was very busy. Yeah, it's a good problem to have until here's the thing. I got 2 shelves, right? And this whole time I'm like, "Oh, I want like a whole library. I should have like an entire room full of books." But then I thought about when I move and I'm like, "I don't wanna have to move all of those." Mm-mm. Like I had 1 shelf back in West Hollywood when I was living there last semester, and even just moving those was a pain in the ass. So okay, this is so funny to me. Every time I wear this, someone asks if I go to Harvard. I don't go to Harvard. If I went to Harvard, I don't think I'd be here right now because I think I would be too busy. So I do not go to Harvard. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's so interesting because whenever I do these organization videos, I feel like I'm always in a bad mood, or there's always someone that comments saying that I didn't actually organize them and they don't look good. So I hope that today goes better, even though I'm kind of already in a bad mood. Moderna or Pfizer. I got Moderna because people said that that one actually protects against Omicron, but I already had Omicron. Anyway, hello. I should get another bookshelf. See, I just won't be doing that until I have found my forever home because oh my God, these shelves were so hard to put up, first of all. Second of all, I don't want to have to move like 3 or 4 shelves again, not anytime soon. Oh, hi. Wait, isn't it like really late for you? Why are you awake? Do I prefer hardcovers or paperback? Hardcovers, I think, are prettier, but paperback are easier to read. They're just more satisfying. Oh my God, you're going to be organizing your shelf with me? Yeah, let me know what you guys are going to be doing in the chat because I want this to be super chill. Like, I'm obviously not going to be trying to be organizing my shelves for 6 hours because that sounds like a nightmare. But also, you guys totally feel free to read. If you want to do sprints, then we can do that. I'll organize my shelves and you guys can read, do whatever. Some of y'all probably have homework. I know I have homework, but I haven't done it. But I'm going to be organizing my shelves. And I guess I'm going to have to start with the books that are on the floor. Just thinking about it, just really. 2 a.m. Are you going to go to sleep? Will you be able to watch this? Yes, you will. Also, thank you. I always keep my lives up. I think the only time I didn't was when my dog had an emergency and I had to like take her to the vet. So this one will be up though. Glasses are cute. These ones, I was just thinking about these the other day because I was like, low key, I've had these glasses for so long and I never switched glasses out because I really love these. But I feel like clear glasses are like, they're the move. Oh, yes. People ask me this question too. These are the Billy bookshelves from IKEA. Yeah, that's it. You need shelves to begin with. Okay, yes. Yes, that's if you want to organize your shelves, you do need shelves. You never had COVID? Yeah, that's really lucky. I literally just had COVID for the first time ever. I didn't have it until like a few weeks ago. I thought I was being very safe. And then my entire family got COVID and that was bad. So, dang, why are y'all up so late? Is you're a Sarah J. Oh, wait, you have to go to sleep. Okay, well, good night. Thank you for joining. I hope you have a good sleep. I'm gonna get started in a minute. I'm starting to get really hot just from sitting here. You're doing coursework? Okay, I wish you luck. You're a Sarah J. Maas fan now, buying all her books. Okay, cool. I know her new book is coming out next month, and I will not be participating in that. You're writing, nice. I kind of wish I was writing, but I've been writing a lot this week, so I decided to take today off. Nice. What color are you painting your nails? Oh, you're moving back into your college dorm. You know what? I feel for you. Dorm life was, for me, a struggle, but I hope that it goes well for you. Am I trying to unhaul anything? I'm always trying to unhaul. Like, okay, so I have just too many books. I'll get into it in a second, but I don't know. You're crocheting a bag? Nice. Wait, you can't read and watch stuff while you're crocheting? You need a book rec for dark female leads, preferably ones who kill. Ooh, They Never Learn by Lane Fargo. That's a contemporary book, and it's Sapphic. It's about this woman who kills really, really bad men. So you might like that. There's also another book called A Certain Hunger about a female serial killer who eats her victims. I don't know if you'd be into that, but that's a dark female lead. I'm trying to think. The Poppy War, perhaps. That's fantasy. But you should definitely check the trigger warnings for all of these books. Okay. Oh my god, you're gonna play The Sims? Okay, I need to start. I will be looking at your comments every once in a while, but because I'm gonna be organizing the shelves, I won't be able to like click them. This is why I should have had like someone on this show with me, but I just did not. Ugh. Okay. So, oh, before we start, you guys should all follow me on social media because I know I've been like not crazy active on BookTube because I'm just like so busy with school and life stuff. But I'm always on Twitter. Twitter is like, if I'm not on Twitter, something is wrong. So follow me on Twitter. It's Pages of Haley. And then also Instagram is Pages of Haley. And then you can follow my TikTok if you want. I post there like every day, and that's Haley Bailey. It's in the description if you want to know. Anyway, how should I organize my shelves? I'm not going to do rainbow shelves. You know. But here's the thing. Let me show you. Let me show you my dilemma. Okay, so those books, I need to figure out what to do with them. So a lot of them are books that I brought back from school because I needed to read them for school. Okay, but like, why do I have so many books? Just like, oh my god, guys, I don't even know where to start. I feel like I could get rid of all of these books. I might do that actually. That's the best idea I have had all day. Okay, Tor.com. Fun fact: they sent me this book. It's a Nevo book. It's called Siren Queen. It's an arc. I did not even know it existed until they sent it to me. And I'm really happy because it sounds really cool. And their last book was really good. Okay. Some of these are like, I need to bring this to school. Are you guys going back in person for school or are you online? Let me know what's happening. Because my school is, we're doing online for the first 2 weeks, which, I mean, okay. But I don't want to go back. I know a lot of people are like kind of upset because their college days have been like stolen from them because of COVID. But for me, I'm like, I don't like, I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't want to go back in person because I don't want to be around that many people and I don't want to get sick again. And I know some people are like, oh, you could get COVID and it's just, you would have mild symptoms. First of all, when I had COVID a few weeks ago, I was miserable. But also, even if it's just mild symptoms, I don't want to be sick, period. Like, I don't care if it's like not that. I just think it's so crazy when people say that because I'm like, I don't want to be sick. Like, why are you gonna sit here and say it's fine? You'll probably get sick, but it won't be too bad. And I'm like, I don't like being sick. It doesn't matter how bad it is. It sucks. It really doesn't matter. Not me ranting. I kind of have a headache. When I tell you, every time I organize my shelves, something goes wrong. Anyway, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take all of these books down from here. I'm probably gonna move those down there because this is my classics shelf. And I'm gonna put all my book of the month. This project might be bigger than I was anticipating. Okay. Let's see. Um, yeah, see all of these books, I don't know why I have them because a lot of these are just I think I just kept a lot of these because I wanted my bookshelves to be full. Because when I first got these shelves, I didn't have enough books to fill them. So I was like, oh, I'll just keep these random books that I don't really want because I don't want to have like empty spots in my shelf. And now I just have random books here, so probably gonna need a lot of those. I'm not sure if I should move my book of the month shelf further down because I'm gonna put a lot of book of the month books here. Wait. It's a mess. It just is. Okay, let's see. I also really want to do like rainbow book of the month books, but I tried that one time and it didn't work, so I don't think that's gonna happen. I think I should bring some of these books with me to school. That's another thing I hate about doing this online slash in person thing, because I can never figure out. I'm like, do I need to bring everything because we're gonna be in person? But then it's like we could be online. But then it's like when I came home for the winter, I didn't know we were gonna be online for the first 2 weeks because they told us that like 2 weeks before school started. And so I left most of my stuff back in LA. And I was like, well, great. This feels like March 2020 all over again. Is it just a roast session for COVID and my school? Anyway, okay, let me see what you guys are saying. I feel like I'm so distanced from you. I might have to do a sprint because I probably can't talk the whole time. And you guys are probably going to get sick of me talking the whole time. Okay. You just don't like people. Honestly, mood. I also don't. And people always try and drag me for that. And I'm like, I know 5 people who I like. Most people don't give me a reason to like them. I don't think there's anything wrong with not liking people. Online until 31st. Do you have, oh, wait, genre and favorite shelf? See, that's what I was thinking because this is supposed to be my favorite shelf. But now it's just pretty books shelf. And then this is like all YA hardcover fantasy. And that's like hardcover adult fantasy. That's contemporary. I don't know. Oh, that's my ARC shelf. It's not full. It's just there's so much to do. And I don't know what this is. This shelf needs to go. I think I'm gonna put my book of the month books here actually because it's a mess. Also, don't pay attention to these lights because I randomly put them up the other day while I was filming TikToks because I wanted it to look cute. I'm fraud. I know. Oh, oh God. I cannot believe I'm in my last semester of school. What am I going to do outside of school? I don't know. It's crazy. I feel like without school, I'm going to have no structure. I mean, I will have a job, but I'll be working remotely, which that's going to be a whole thing. So I don't really know. I want to travel, but also COVID. So again, I don't know. A lot of people ask me if I'm going to go to grad school, and at first, I really wanted to, but because of like COVID and just this past like year and a half, I've been feeling really burnt out with school. And while I do love learning, I've heard so many bad things about certain like programs because they're just I don't know, they're just like not they're like toxic. And I'm not trying to do all that, you know? Also, I need a break from school. I'm like, if I'm gonna go to school, it's gonna be at least a year from now. I cannot go immediately because I I need a break. Simply put, I need a break. I feel like you know what, it would be my dream to study because I didn't get to study abroad. I love how this whole time I'm just talking about myself. No, it's my channel. Anyway, but what was I saying? Oh, my dream would be to study abroad for like a year or so and just write. Like I'm a double major in French and English, so I'm like, I was supposed to go abroad and go to France, but I couldn't because of COVID. So I'm like, I should do that post grad. And like my mom really wants me to do it because she's like, you have to study abroad. Like you have to do it. So like she really wants me to go. I really want to go. I think it would be great because I could write, but I could also learn and like literally become fluent in French, which is like all I want. So I might do that. But then also COVID. It's just I feel like I have zero control over anything in my life right now, which is really stressful. I honestly think that's why my mental health has been a mess recently. Oh my gosh. But anyway, I hope you guys are doing better than me. I know it's been a lot of complaining on my behalf, but I feel like that's how it is on my channel all the time. Like we know this by now, especially when I organize my bookshelves. It's like extra worse then. You might be thinking, Haley, how are you organizing your book of the month books? I'm not. I'm just putting them on the shelf. Yeah, because I can't think about genre versus I can't do that right now. Also, I want to talk about something. Simon and Schuster sent me this. They're so nice. I asked them, I was like, can you send me an ARC? And then they got back to me like months later and were like, we can't send you an ARC, but we can send you a final copy. And I was like, oh, this will probably get here like in months. And it got here the next day. I was like, damn. I still have not read it yet though. I think I'm gonna do a buddy read with my bestie Kath. But I heard that that book destroyed a lot of people. So if it can destroy me, I'll be very shook because recently I've been very detached from my emotions. I don't know why. Depression maybe, but I don't feel sad. I just don't. Like I could read the most emotionally devastating thing in a book and I would just be like, oh my god, me when I went to see Spider-Man and oh my god, I was so excited for that movie because I might start a fight in the comments, but I'm not going to spoil anything. But basically, I was excited for that movie because everyone's talking about, oh my god, that movie devastated me. It was so good. It's like the best Marvel movie ever. And then I watched it. Not only did I not like the movie, but I did not feel sad at all. Like, I feel like everyone came out of that theater sobbing their eyes off. And I was just like, okay. Like, don't get me wrong. I understand why people were devastated. But I think me, I'm like emotionally broken right now. But also, that movie was a mess for many reasons. Can't get into it right now. But if you know, you know. If you get it, you get it. Wait, where are the rest of my books? Is that all of them? No. Oh my gosh, you guys. I've almost done it. Look at how pretty this book is. Lore Olympus. Are you kidding? And the actual story is even more beautiful. It's stunning. Guys, tell me what your favorite read of 2021 was. I almost forgot the year. Yeah, tell me what your favorite read was. I'm curious to know. Because I feel like I've seen not enough of people's favorite books of 2021. I have to be honest, I haven't watched any of those favorite videos. And I really should. But I just haven't. I almost didn't even make mine. I was not in a headspace to be filming. But then I did. Okay, after this, I'm gonna take a little break and look at the chat because I'm starting to sweat. Ha. Oh, I might have to stack some things. Figure that out later. There are so many books on the floor. Ugh. Okay. Okay, this is how it looks so far. Actually, I don't think it looks any better. I also don't know what I'm going to do about my fantasy shelves because I don't have room for that. I should just get rid of my contemporary shelf. I don't know. We'll see. All right, let me catch up. Classics on one end, fantasy another by author. See, yes, I love to separate it by genre and category. That's usually what I do. A lot of you guys are going back in person like at the end of January. Oh, the whole semester? Wow. Don't want to go back in person. I just feel like we as a society have moved past. I feel like remote instruction, but also just remote things in general, like remote work, it's just so much more convenient. I know a lot of people are like people, like they love being socially interactive and can't imagine like, well, first of all, you can interact with people whenever you want, like go to a coffee shop. But I'm saying for remote work, it's convenient to be able to work from wherever. Because you know how some jobs in an application will be like, are you willing to relocate? And I'm like, this is my dream job, but I don't want to live there. I just think it's more convenient. And also you kind of get to like make your own schedule, you know? And I just feel like it's more accessible for people that like can't get out and go places all the time. So that's just my opinion. But I know some people are like, no, we need to have social interaction. And I'm like, I feel like I get plenty of social interaction being online. Like I have a big family and I go out, you know, in person. I feel really bad for teachers because I feel like so many of them don't have a say. And I know like I think like for Cassidy, like they weren't requiring masks. And so like a lot of her students were coming in and like they like everyone was like having COVID. And she's really upset because it's like, how is that allowed? Like you're endangering the staff and the faculty. I don't understand that. Like you're in person, want to switch to virtual because the cases are bad. Your school, I mean, see, I wish it could be our choice too. I also wish that, you know, our schools cared more about us and our government because I feel like for them it's just about money. And I really can't get into this because like this is not the time or the place. But I just am so upset with the way things are being handled, and it really sucks. 60% in person, 40% online. Interesting. Oh, so it's like hybrid. Yeah. I had a few hybrid classes last year and it was interesting, I guess. I mean, I liked it better than being like fully in person, but it's kind of confusing. Yeah, it's awful. You're the only one that actually likes being in person, want to be with your friends. Oh yeah, no, I agree. I think online is definitely hard, but I think that there are some benefits. Like for me being on Zoom, I can never pay attention either. But going back in person, in my opinion, is more stressful because I think about, well, first of all, like I had to move to LA on my own last year, and that was just a nightmare. And also, my school was really bad at handling it because they didn't tell us until the very last minute that we were going in person. And so, like, I literally didn't have anywhere to live. I was like, I just assumed, I was like, okay, I'm going to live at home because we'll be online again. And then they told us at the last minute, nope, in person. I was like, where am I going to live? And so I don't know. I just think overall it's like stressful, like in person stuff. I also save more money staying at home, but I don't know. I know it's different for everyone. Like some people, like they aren't in a good situation at home, and I understand that. Like being in person is better for some people. Being online is better for others. Being online isn't bad. Yeah. Hello. You like book people? Yeah, I like book people too. You're living better. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think Zoom fatigue is like a real thing. Like learning online girl, I'd be passed out after my online classes. And I'm like, why am I this tired just sitting in front of the computer? Everyone else can kick rocks. You have a rainbow shelf and like mystery? Oh, mystery shelf. You have one joint bookcase. Oh, nice. Hello. Look how everyone's saying, how am I organizing my shelf? I don't know. I never know what I'm doing. My thing is, I feel like I don't have a specific technique. I just don't want my shelves to look messy. Because I don't know if you saw before, but there are a bunch of books just randomly facing front and standing and being stacked in various places, and it just looks a mess. So I just want to fix that. But other than that, I don't really care because I'm not going to be here for the next few months anyway. I'm going to be in LA. So it really doesn't matter. I just want it to look okay for a bit. You bawled your eyes out when you got home. Oh, sort of kind of. I have that on my list to read, actually. I did the 12 Friends Rec 12 books, and that's one of them. So I'll be reading it. Your favorite read? It's the Caravel series. Nice. I read that series. Not my favorite, but I'm glad you liked it. Our Violent Ends. Yeah, I feel like this is a lot of people's favorite, actually. Wait, I've heard so much about all of these books, and I want to read all of them. So now I'm more excited to do that. You don't have any clue. Yeah, it's hard. Especially, did you have like a really good reading year? Is that why? Is it like hard to narrow down? So I feel like for me, I was thinking normally, I remember last year, I could not narrow down. I think I talked about like 15 books because I had a really good reading year. And then this year, it wasn't good. I think my average rating was like a 3, which isn't bad. But, I like to see more 5 stars. So I only had like, at first I only had 7 favorite books of 2021. And then I was like, okay, I should be nicer. And so I think I picked out 9. I might go back the 24th. Oh, you might? Are you like not in college? Because I'm thinking of like maybe or may not. And like me as a college student who has to like move places, that would really stress me out. If I was like in high school, which is like 15 minutes from my house, it's not bad. But I don't know. Like I hate when my school's like, we might be in person, but we might not. And I'm like, well, can you tell me? Because I need to find a place to live and I need to move all my stuff. Like, the favorites of 4 volumes. I've heard so much about Heartstopper. Ooh. I've heard of all of those except for Finding Junie Kim. Interesting. I'll have to check that out. Cricket Kingdom. Yes. Hey, bestie. I love your profile picture. It's very cute. I mean, I'm not a cat person because I'm severely allergic, but that's adorable. You love doing online exams. Same. Yeah. Online exams are wonderful for me as well. In-person exams, I have so much test anxiety that going back in person, I was very grateful that only one of my class had exams because if all of them had exams, I think I wouldn't have been able to do it. But yeah, I wish that more professors did. Like I wish more professors recorded the class, but all of my classes are like attendance is mandatory, so they don't do that because they're like you either come and you get the lesson or you miss it. Like so, nursing student. Oh my god, that's not sweatpants. I feel you, girl. I honestly was thinking the other day. I literally go to bed in like a t-shirt and sweatpants, and then I wake up and I'm like, let me change it to my day clothes, and then I put on another t-shirt and more sweatpants. But going back in person, I need to wear other things, especially because I'm in LA, which is like everyone there likes to dress up to the nines for some reason for an 8 a.m. And I'm like, I don't know how they may have that much effort in the morning. But one time I saw some girl walking with a latex skirt. And I was like, first of all, I know that's uncomfortable. Like you look hot, but relax. I'm like, can you imagine if I just no, I'm telling you, everyone in LA be doing the goddamn most. It stresses me out. Cool Prince. Ooh, I love the Cool Prince. The Throne of Glass, I also love, but now I have beef with Sarah J. Maas. So did I read Percy Jackson? I read the first 4 books. Never read the last book. I don't know why. I did say that oh my god, I just realized that last year I promised to reread Percy Jackson and finish the series, and I never did that. So I'm gonna have to do it this year, or we can just ignore it. Hello, welcome. You're reading Portrait of a Thief. I've heard nothing but good things about that book. Really. I feel like that book is going to just be everyone's favorite when it comes out. 45 stars. Oh my god, that's amazing. I wish I had that energy. But no, I feel like every book I read towards the end of the like the first half of the year for me was really, really good. And then like the second half, all bad. The second half of the year was also like one of the worst times of my life though. So it could be that. Maybe it wasn't even books. Infinity Quartz. I remember I put that book in my most anticipated releases of 2021 and I have not read it yet. To be fair, they denied me on NetGalley. So I had beef and I was like, you know what? You don't want me to read it? Then I'm not going to read it, which is dumb, but I'll read it one day probably. What was I going to say? There was something I was going to say. Oh, okay. I've read 4 books this year so far. I'm reading my 5th. My first read, if you follow me on Twitter, which you should, Pages of Haley, you would know that my first read of this year was a 2-star. And I was devastated. I felt disturbed. I was like, if this is what my reading year is going to be like, I don't want it. And then I think my read after that, what did I read after that? See, I don't even remember. Did I read all my Rage next? All my Rage. So good. Someone to hear, like, I don't, that girl, like, she's so good. I need to have a conversation with her because every story that she writes is just, it's that bitch. Like, how does she do it? I don't know, but she's very talented. That book was that's one of my favorite books, like, of all time now. It is insane. It's already in my favorites of 2022 because it was amazing. Guys, I can't read books without audiobooks now because I just can't. It's impossible. I read this arc in a day, not a single audiobook. That should tell you how good it was. The fact that I did not need assistance with audio because I can't read without audiobooks now. Really like the Jasmine Throne. Reading character, I haven't heard that one. Jasmine Throne, I read Jasmine Throne and I enjoyed it. Like, not as much as I thought I would, but I definitely will be continuing the series. Chain of Iron. I still have not read that. I should get to it, but I have not. It ends with us. You know what? I'm happy that you enjoyed it. I have no comment to make on my opinions on that book. Your school is going back tomorrow, but there's going to be a walkout. Ooh, okay. Damn, go off. I see you. My school did that one time. But it was for protesting like gun violence, I think. It was in high school, literally before the pandemic. I don't know why I said that, but yeah, that's great. I love that you're all like moving together. You're in secondary school. Okay. Am I? Yes. Have you never seen a single one of my videos or TikToks? First of all, the fact that I write like only Sapphic characters in my book should tell you everything you need to know. All of your classes have recordings. They don't want people to come in if sick. Yeah, okay, see, that's nice. I hate when professors are like, you guys shouldn't come in if you're sick. I don't want you to feel pressured, like we're living in a really hard time. I understand if you're going through a hard time, like the times are rough. And then they'll be like, so you need to read 3 books this week, and then we have 2 tests next week, and you have a 20-page paper due. And I'm like, so do you care or you don't care? Pick one. Yeah, I feel like it should definitely be an option. I'm not casting. I removed her comment. I didn't even see her comment. Anyway, okay. Everyone is dressed so fancy and come looking like a gremlin. Literally me. No, because I don't get it. I'm like, why is everyone here just like I wish I had what they had. Like whatever energy they have to be a morning person, waking up and getting ready and coming to class looking like a star. I wish I had that energy, but I just don't. I just don't. Like today, I woke up at 8 a.m., right? And I felt great. And I was like, wow, I'm really going to seize the day. Like, I'm going to do my makeup all cute for the live show, and it's going to be great. Then 3 o'clock rolls around, literally just woke up from a nap on the couch. Granted, my body hurts from getting the booster, but still, the day did not go as planned. Iron Widow, oh my god. So we were supposed to read this book for my book club, and I never finished it. Also, join my book club. It's linked down below. It's on Fable. But yeah, so that was our book pick for the last month. And a few weeks ago, I started reading it, and I was like, I don't think this writing is for me. And I could not get past like the first few chapters. I think I could do it if I had the audiobook, but I couldn't do it without the audiobook. So I'm gonna have to go into my book club and be like, okay, guys, did you finish the book? How's it going? So a lot of people were like agreeing with me in the club. They're being like, yeah, I'm also struggling with the writing and I don't really love the character. And I'm like, yeah, so I really hope our next book I can get an audiobook for it because yeah, but I've heard such good things about it. I really want to like it. No Exit. That is my favorite thriller. That book is insane. A love-hate thing. Is that a romance book? I feel like I've heard of it, but nothing is coming to mind. Guys, why do I want to give up on organizing my shelves already? I kind of want to. Would you mind if I like got it done and then we just like chilled? Because I feel like some people actually came to like watch me organize my books or like do sprints. Like when I'm like, hey guys, I'm just gonna relax and everyone leaves. What are we talking about? I don't know. I never know what's going on. Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea. Wait, I've never heard of that. I've heard of that author though. You love your first of all, your profile picture is so cute. I love dogs so much. I don't know if you can hear, but my dogs are barking outside. That is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Also, The City of Brass, one of my favorite books ever. I really hope you enjoy it. I'm about to read the last one at some point. But I get so happy whenever people say that they're reading it because that book is beautiful, fantastic, amazing, show-stopping, never been done before. And I can't wait for S.A. Chakraborty's next book because it has pirates in it. And y'all know how I feel about pirates, especially when they're gay. A Sapphic pirate? I tweeted this the other day, but I was like, I want to read a book about Sapphic pirates. And people were agreeing with me. And I'm like, fucking give me Rex or write it. And no one would. So now I'm just going to write it. And now I'm not going to be able to read it for like a year. Your first book was 2 stars. No, I'm so sorry. Oh my God. 2 stars. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. The Burning God was my most recent read, actually. I was so excited for that book. And I was very heavily disappointed. But here's the thing. I loved a lot of the book. It was the ending that disappointed me. That's all I'm going to say. I tweeted about it. So if you want to see my thoughts, you can look there. Also, you can see my review on Goodreads. But I hope you enjoy it because I know the Burning God really destroyed a lot of people, but I was not one of those people. Lunar Chronicles. I keep on hearing things about the Lunar Chronicles, and I've only read the first book, and I don't know if I will be reading the rest of them. Just because, isn't it sci-fi? Sci-fi really is just not my thing. Maybe that's also why I couldn't get into Iron Widow. Your first, Crescent City, Season Storm. Is that the second one? Wait, I have the books. I should know. It is the second one. Crescent City, nice. I have to tell you about it ends with us. Okay, well, how do I say this? I actually posted about this on my TikTok and people got upset because people on TikTok go feral for that book. And I was like, I really didn't like this book. Mostly one, it should have trigger warnings and it doesn't. I also think that the book, for whatever reason, I think it's promoted wrong. Like I went into this book thinking it was like this beautiful love story because that's what everyone on Twitter, TikTok, and even Goodreads talks about. Like the Goodreads blurb like makes it sound so romantic and it's literally full of trauma. And I would have liked this book a lot better if it was advertised differently, not just by people who recommend it, but also by Colleen Hoover herself, because I just felt completely blindsided. Like I literally was traumatized reading this book. And I didn't like that. Also, did not like the ending. And I don't know, I just feel like the story is it's not a love story, which I've been seeing more recently, which I like. People are saying it's not a love story, it's about, escaping abuse, which I agree with. But the way people romanticize it, it's not good. And yeah, people were mad at me on TikTok, and I'm like, sorry? Like, that's just my opinion. Oh my God. But I understand why people like it. I just am not a Coho fan. I think that was the last Colleen Hoover book I read, and I'm not into it. No, because I read Ugly Love. I actually enjoyed Ugly Love, and then I read November 9, and that was one of the worst books I ever read in my entire life. And then I read It Ends With Us, and currently drawing monthly reading chapter templates were in sub, but you should. Oh, that's cool. The Atlas 6. I've heard so much about that book. I feel like that's going to be another one of those books that disappoints me, though. I kind of want to read the self-published version and then also read the new like tour version. I don't know. I just want to see how it changes. But I've heard a lot about that book. I knew you were, just wasn't sure. Oh, guys, guess. Guess what you think I am. Is this toxic? I don't care. Guess. What's my favorite genre? Well, I used to say my favorite genre was fantasy, but I haven't been reading that much fantasy recently, so I feel like a fraud saying that. So, I mean, it is fantasy. But I don't know, I've really been into like literary fiction recently, which I know isn't like a genre. Like what even is literary fiction? But I don't know. I feel like I love everything, but really just fantasy that has politics and lots of lore. But I do love a good literary fiction, like a book that just has beautiful prose. I'm here for it. It's amazing. Like Dowry of Blood. Are you kidding me? Anything Toni Morrison writes. Like I love those. But then it's like you look at my other favorite books, Sky Beyond the Storm, which is like nothing like those books. But Sabatihir is just like a master storyteller, and her writing is beautiful. And yeah, I don't know. I love a little bit of everything, but I guess fantasy is my favorite. I literally could just do fantasy. I'm so well. She's. I thought you're gonna say, "Well, I'm not." Like I'm straight. I'd be like, "Well, bye." Okay, yes. Committed to a college for the fall. Oh my god, congrats! That's so exciting. Do it. I don't know what this is in a response to, but okay. That would definitely be fine. Also, don't know what this is. I forget. This is why I can't do lives. Main character in Iron Widow is problematic. Oh my god, wait. Problematic? What do you mean? Black Power says, oh my god. Thank you. Also, Black Power. It started the Burning God. I'm so excited. You know what? I really hope you enjoy it. And I hope it breaks your heart because it's what you deserve. Not in like a bad way, like I don't want you to be sad, but the book is like, I want it to hit you like it's supposed to. Enrique's journey for school. Now you're moving, so wasting. Oh, daughter. You know what? I've heard things about Daughter of the Deep. That's Rick Riordan, right? How many books does he have? Because I feel like every day there's something new. Good for him. Oh my god, it's so good. It's very hard to read, but it is beautiful. Oh, you've read a smut. Okay, that was me at the end of 2021 trying to get my Goodreads goal to 100. Caitlin Briggs. Oh, this person. I was like, who's that? Yeah. Okay, you're really excited because you finally bought Six of Crows. Oh my god, Six of Crows is my favorite book. Have any Sapphic books that don't display it on the cover? Yes, I do. Honey Girl by Morgan Rogers. Her Name in the Sky by Kelly Quinlan. Not My Problem by Sierra Smith. The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. They Never Learn by Lane Fargo. I'm surprised by how much I'm remembering these like off the top of my head. I have an entire Sapphic shelf actually. Let me look at it. The Midnight Lie by Marie Rutkowski. I hope you're writing these down. I heard Ophelia After All is Sapphic, but I haven't read it, so I don't know. But the cover is discreet. Let's see. What else do I have in my list? Hmm. 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 I think I've said all the ones that I've read. The Mercies is Sapphic and it has a discreet cover. Oh, A Dowry of Blood. It's polyamory. Sapphic. Oh, The Jasmine Throne. This is How You Lose a Time War. The Girls I've Been by Tess Sharp. And The Rise of Kiyoshi. Malice, which I haven't read, but I heard is good. The Bone Shard Daughter, which is so good. The Abyss Surrounds Us. Oh, Into the Drowning Deep, one of my favorite books. The Chosen and the Beautiful. Did I already say How to Make a Wish? That one. Oh, Clapping Your Land is also Sapphic. Girl Serpent Thorn. Girls of Paper and Fire. So those are the ones that I said. Anyway, you can check my Goodreads if you want like the whole list. Like if you didn't catch that, I have an entire shelf dedicated to Sapphic books. Some of them I haven't read yet though, so I can't be held accountable if you read it and it's bad. Sorry, I haven't read some of them, but some of them I have read. It just depends. Just check my rating. You don't have a way to listen to audiobooks. You know, I feel like this is a lot of people's issue. And the way that I listen to audiobooks is a few different ways. I know they have different like memberships like Audible and Scribd, but like those are expensive and like they might not be worth it. But if you have a library, which I know some people don't have libraries, but if you do, I feel like a lot of people don't know about like Libby and Overdrive and what's the other one? Hoopla. You can listen to audiobooks through there, like through your library. They also give you ebooks. And some of them even give you movies. Haven't used that feature. But if you have a library, then you can use those. If you don't have a library, I don't know. I know some audiobooks come in CDs. I know this because Cassidy accidentally bought Nova the entire CD set of one book. So I know that exists. And I'm sure you can buy audio. I really don't know. I feel like you should be able to buy audio. I don't know enough about audiobooks to be giving out information like this. Don't listen to me. People romanticize it under so much. Yes. Yeah. Oh my God, people are agreeing with me. Biggest accomplishment is your mom being concerned about all your reading. Honestly, yeah, I don't understand that because my mom will be like, Haley, you have too many books. And I'm like, why are you being mad at me reading? I could literally be doing drugs. Anyway. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I read the book in like one sitting and I thought it was like it talked about important things, but I don't know. It just didn't sit right with me. Have read a single Colleen Hoover book. No, you're not missing out. I mean, I guess it depends what you like in books. I really can't be the one to say, but I think that there are other like romance books that are much better that you could be spending your time reading than Colleen Hoover's books. I have not, but I've heard a lot about them, and everyone loves them. Do I want to read them? Kind of, but I also feel like it's not my type of book. So I don't know. Trigger warning and stuff like that. Yeah. Yes. Unless you haven't heard of it. That is like Book Talk's number one. I love how I'm so yeah. Oh my God. Everyone always talks about Atlas. First of all, when I tell you I didn't even know who this man was. I was like, he's not even in the book that much. Tell me I'm wrong. Because the whole time I was reading it, I was not thinking about Atlas and Lily. I was like, and so when people make these aesthetic edits of them, I'm like, where was this in the book? Because the whole time I was reading the book, I was scared. Oh Lord. Yes. Oh my God, you guys, you all got it right. Yeah. You feel like I just love everyone? That is so nice of you. You think I radiate that kind of energy. So I feel like people think I hate everyone. Which Jane Austen book are you fond of the most? Funny you should ask that. I've only read one Jane Austen book, but I did get a bunch of them from the library and I plan on reading them. So let me get back to you. But the one that I read was Pride and Prejudice and I loved it. Gave it 5 stars. This is one of my favorite books of all time. And that is me. I think about this book all the time. It's so good. Also traumatic, but it's very good. Read the Bluest Eye. Trying to get it. Oh my God, thank God it didn't get banned. Not someone trying to get it banned. I hate when people do that. I'm like, you don't want people. I just, oh Lord have mercy. I don't like that. Ooh, Sapphic Pirates. I am going to take a picture of this. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. Now I have Sapphic Pirates to read. Oh no, you oh, not the DNF. I mean, that book, I feel like it's so beautifully written, but it was kind of hard for me too. I just think that I just couldn't really get into the characters. But it's a beautiful book. I don't know. I hope it gets better for you. 34 books. Oh my gosh. He is a powerhouse. I heard the second one is really good. Can't read the second one because I don't remember what happened in the first one. Speaking of smut, have you read any of Elle Kennedy's books? I have not. I keep meaning to, but I have not. I love that book. I love how the energy was up here and now it's here. That's just what happens. Like I am starting to feel very ill. You got a little life and you regret it. No, well, you know what? You can sell it. But also, why do you think you won't read it? You think it's like not your type of book or something? You guys, you want to know something? I still have not watched the show. I have not watched Shadow and Bone. Thanks for all the Rex. You are welcome. Yes, me too. I love Libby. With me on vacation. What? Wait, weren't you just read? How many books are you reading? Oh my gosh, how do you do that? I read People with Me on Vacation. It was a book. Putting yourself through. No, why? You do not have to read Shadow and Bone for Six of Crows. I went straight to Six of Crows. Didn't even know Shadow and Bone existed, and I felt fine. Six of Crows is one of my favorites of all time. I feel like you just shouldn't do that to yourself. You need to get a library card. You need one to listen. Oh, interesting. Can you do a live? Can you get a library card online, or is it something you have to do in person? Because I feel like some libraries have that option. Well, honestly, I don't know. You can buy. Oh yeah, yeah. I feel like they're more expensive than like physical books sometimes. Didn't read Shadow and Bone too. Yeah, agree. I have, and I loved it. Hello from Brazil. Oh my gosh, y'all be coming from all over the place. Exactly. No, because thank you. You gotta read The Dream House. The writing is beautiful. Yes, I have been read that book so many times. This for me as well. I remember I was reading it while I was like in Disneyland, which why am I always reading a Lee Bardugo book while I'm in Disneyland? I was reading Cookie Kingdom there too, and that's how I like interacted with her. Anyway, it took me forever. It took me like a whole month to read. And I'm someone who can read a book in a day. So I was like, maybe this book just isn't good. And it was confusing because I had already read Six of Crows. So I was expecting this to be just as good, and it wasn't. Oh, you read his fantasy like Harry Potter and Percy Jackson. You want to branch out. So I recommend that okay, I'm trying to think. I was going to say Priory, but that's like a massive book to start with. I mean, I don't like, what are you into? I don't know. Do you want something like fast paced? I don't know. I always will recommend The City of Brass and The Bone Shard Daughter and The Priory of the Orange Tree. What else have I read? Oh, I actually really enjoyed Daughter of Smoke and Bone. I know that's an old one, but I really liked it. Let me look at my shelves because I don't remember what I read. Oh, you haven't read, have you read Six of Crows? Because that is amazing. The Poppy War is great. You got to check the trigger warnings for that. Oh my God, Ember. Why was that not the first thing I said? Ember and the Ash. Can you guys hear how nasally my voice is getting? Because my nose is so congested all of a sudden. But yeah, Ember and the Ashes is one of my favorite series of all time. So definitely check that out. Legend Born is also really good. Red, We Hunt the Flame, really liked it. Why? Was it bad? I love when people like read a sequel to a book and then they hate it, and so they just say that the first book is a standalone. Yeah. Reading You Deserve Each Other. Oh, I really liked You Deserve Each Other. I hope you like it. I love that series. That's like a feel good series for me. Like I know it's not the best written, but it's just like the characters are so much fun. See, I've heard this. I just can't bring myself to watch it for some reason. You recommend the Reader trilogy. Oh, wait, I've heard of that. I know a lot of people really liked it. And they just announced like the new cast members. So maybe I should watch it. Window shopping. Oh, is that the Tessa Bailey one? Because I was about to read that. It's painful, but you're gonna make it. Okay. I hope you make it. Sips Crows is very kind of high on my priority list. Tell me how highly I should, because I might be able to get a new book or a few. Oh, first, okay, it's a duology. And I'm gonna say that you should get it because it's literally one of my favorite books of all time. I will never say anything bad about it. So I'm going the second part. Oh my god, me too. I was just thinking about that. I'm like, when I finish a series I love, I'd be so sad. Like me when I finished On the Glass, devastated. But then I just finished the Poppy War trilogy, and like it was so disappointing that I didn't care. Which sucks. Oh my god, me when I finished Ember, I was in shambles. I didn't think I would ever be able to pick up another book ever again. The ending was perfect. It was so good. Ah, best series ever. Read so hard with normal people review. See, the thing is people really be standing that book, and I don't see it. It's just not for me. Also, is this you in the picture? Because I love your hair. Force yourself to finish Shot and Bone. Jason Reynolds, no, but I own one of his books. All American Boys, I believe it's called. I've had it for so long and I have not read it, but I need to. Germany, oh my gosh. Y'all are from, oh my god, you're coming from everywhere. I have read Legendborn. Yes. Black Woman in Fantasy. See, this is what I love to hear. I am so excited. Okay, Legendborn. I struggled through that book. I was a struggle bus reading that book because there's so much. Also, I should turn the light on. I'll do it in a second. I forgot I'm supposed to be organizing myself. You guys are so entertaining. But I read Legendborn. I really love the concept, but it was so confusing at times because I felt like there were so many terms being thrown at me and I was just getting lost in the sauce. But the way that Tracy Dion writes about grief and like processing trauma is so good. And the way she talks about Black history and generational trauma within Black families and like the Black community as a whole is incredible. It reminded me a lot of what Toni Morrison does in her books. So I really, really love the book for that reason. But there also is like romance in it, which I didn't care for at all. But it's really good. Like, especially for a debut, I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, debut books, like blah, blah, blah. But this book was kind of insane, actually. So I always will recommend that book. And I agree. If you are getting into fantasy, read Legendborn. Love Shadow and oh, you know what, you guys? Oh no, this is Daughter talking about. Someone bought me the entire trilogy and I need to read it. Like I've been like getting the audiobooks and they keep expiring in my library and I'm a mess, but I will read it. Okay. Wait, what time is it? Okay, I'm gonna do one more minute and then I will go back to organizing my shelves. I feel like I'm so behind on the comments. It's just I am a mess. Oh Lord. Okay. Okay, this was me with a Reaper at the Gate. And I remember I finished Reaper and I was like, because I don't remember anything from the first two books. So then I read the book and I was like, this was bad, which is my fault because then I reread it when I like reread the whole series to prepare for the last book. And it was literally one of my favorite books in the whole series. So sometimes it's just, you gotta just go for that reread. Sometimes it's just necessary. Finish all the books that you started and then forgot about. Oh my God, is that a lot of books for you? I wish you luck. Very, I've heard that book is really twisted. Okay, I need to go back to organizing my shelves. Oh, you know what? Okay, hold on. I need to turn the lights on actually. Oh, you guys, I feel like how people feel when they have a fever. You know what I realized? I could have just said I feel like I have a fever. I feel like my body just hurts. I'm really upset about this. Okay, let's see. Maybe let's speed things up a little bit. Oh, okay. I still don't have my copy of The Poppy War because I let my brother borrow it over a year ago and he still has not given it back. No, it's not even that he has read it and just didn't give it back to me. He has not even finished it. I feel like he's been on page 50 for like 6 months. And he says it's really good. So I know he's a slow reader, but like, if it's that good, maybe you should be reading more. Okay, so this is my adult hardcover fantasy shelf. This is hardcover and it's fantasy. I can put it here. Great. What other adult fantasy do I have? I might have to start putting some. Oh, oh my god! The thing about okay, I can't be talking and doing this at the same time. Oh, you guys, this book is so good. After the Flood by Cassandra Montag. I think about it all the time. And it's dystopian, which is not my thing normally. But I mean, this book is beautiful. Oh, and it fits perfectly. Okay, what am I going to do with this? See, now I've gotten myself into a pickle. Like, what do I do? Wait, there's space here. Hold on. Well, I might have to put books behind Cersei. Little shelf secret if you don't have space. Put books behind the books that you face outwards. And that might work. Okay. See, I should put. See, this is just my pretty shelf. Also, this is my diploma, and I don't know why it's there. But this is supposed to be my shelf of like pretty books / favorites because I have Six Crows. But then I have this book which I haven't read. So how is that a favorite? It's not. It's a pretty book. So I don't know. I want to wait. You know what? I don't need to display. I should put Our Violent Ends here somewhere. This might have to just be another YA hardcover shelf because oh my god, every time I lean down, the pressure in my head builds up and it hurts. Guys, today I really woke up and was like, maybe I shouldn't go live today. Like, I really don't feel well. And I was like, no, I can't cancel. Like, that's really shitty. And I'm like, Haley, it's literally your channel. You can do whatever you want. And now I'm regretting it because I feel like I'm about to die. Oh, okay. It's like every time I bend down, it just gets worse. See, the thing is, the Shadow and Bone series is ruining everything for me right now. Why? I need to not face some of these books outwards, but they look so nice. Like, I love having them look like that. You guys. I am having double thoughts. I kind of feel like I should put another young adult fantasy shelf up here. And then I should put the rest of my book of the month books down here. And then my paperbacks down there. Because I have a lot of young adult stuff now. Actually, I don't. Well, I don't know. Okay, I have an idea actually. Oh my god, ninth house. What is this doing here? You know, that's like these are all like these look nice. They're all the same height. They're all hardcover. Oh, that looks so good together. Now I have to put these somewhere. Like, why is Ninth House here? It's so out of place. And then these aren't even the same size. I think I can put these at the end. No, but then that divides my deep RG book. Do you see how these books are ruining everything for me? The Wish is not even that deep. And I'm making it into a bigger issue than it needs to be. Okay. Guys, can we take a moment and appreciate how pretty the Bone Shard Emperor. Never mind. I was gonna say appreciate how pretty it is, but I realized I would have had to take it out, and I can't do that right now. I'm too lazy. But it's the prettiest blue that ever existed. It's so beautiful. Oh, I can put these behind. Ha. Yeah. Exactly. Now what else do I put? I have. See, there are some books here that I should take my daughter's Smoke and Bone out of the box and put it up there, maybe. That might work. Or I can just. I don't even know how to open this. Aha. These editions are so pretty. I love them. I just know some of you guys are watching this and going, no. Also, I realize you probably can't even see because of the way it's angled. Okay, is that better? Okay. You know what? Not bad. It's not bad. No. I might put Laura Lucas up here, actually. I have an idea. This is actually really hard to do because my arm hurts from my shot. I knew this would be a bad idea. Also, don't know why I have two copies of some arcs. Like, I'm not sure how that occurred, but I'm realizing it now. And I am a little bit confused. I can go to sleep right now. I'm getting tired. This isn't long. Okay, good. I'm going to be hiding Kingdom of Flesh and Fire back here because that's not a book that I stand, so I'm okay with that. I don't know what to do with this. Okay. Put my classics back on the classics shelf. You guys see me? No. Okay. I'm gonna fix this shelf up real quick. So, I don't know what I'm gonna put there. There's just a gap. If I just put this here. Problem solved. I should get rid of all of these books. I'm so sorry to do this, but I guess this shelf is just going to be miscellaneous because I have like craft books down here and I also have fantasy. But no one sees these shelves because they're all the way at the bottom. And I want to give up. So that's as good as we're going to get. Also, I realize I need to do a bookshelf tour soon. I fully don't know when that's going to happen because I'm thinking of me editing that video and it does not make me happy. It does not. Why is this book so too short for anything? Also, I've never read The Book Thief, which a lot of people say is an amazing book, and I have never read it. Is it something I should read? Okay, guys, this is why I don't like paperback books because they never fit well on my shelf. They just don't. And it really triggers me because everything will look great. And then I'll be like, oh, one of the books in the series is paperback. And then it looks like shit. And you know what? That really pisses me off. Anyway, that's my little rant. This is my friend Kat's book. It's beautiful. Okay, hold on. There's so many decorations down here. my words, I will fit all of my books on this shelf. Oh, I have a little Mortal Instruments movie box. Go back to when I was the Mortal Instruments stan. Oh, another series I never finished, The Wrath and the Dawn and A Darker Shade of Magic. You know what, guys? Do you like V. Schwab's books? Because I've come to the realization that I just don't think we vibe. I've read A Darker Shade of Magic, A Gathering of Shadows, Addie LaRue. Didn't care for any of them. But I know some people really, really, really love her books. So I guess we just don't vibe. Because I'm like, should I read Vicious? And people are like, oh, Vicious is so good though. And I'm like, but I've read like multiple of her books and it's not looking good. So I really don't know. Some people say, hey, it's good. I should have just taken the books out that I'm going to take to school because I think that would have solved some of my problems. But it's too late for that. Somehow my dog chewed my book. She's such a little rascal. She really said, I'm going to do the most violent thing I can do for you. She ate my book. The disrespect. Okay, some of these books I genuinely just don't have a place for. But you know what? I'm satisfied for now with my shelf. And by that, I mean, I give up. For whatever reason, organizing my shelves, it's an activity that I do not enjoy doing. So there's that. I'm sure we've learned that by now. But anyway, that's how it is. I refuse to buy new books. I mean, no, I don't refuse to buy new books. I love buying books. I refuse to buy new shelves until I have moved because I do not want to move all of my books. Can you imagine having 4 shelves and having to move everything on? Oh my god, that sounds like a nightmare. Even just moving these 2 I know is going to be ridiculous. And I'm not looking forward to it. Now I have to put everything back so I can put my chair back. Thank you guys for your patience. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for listening to my complaining. And yeah, I'm always really surprised when people actually want to watch my videos because sometimes when I'm editing, I'll like watch it back and I'm like, this is really not interesting at all. And then people will be watching, like they'll leave comments and be like, oh my God, like I love your channel so much. And I'm like, what? Why? Like it just doesn't compute in my brain. But I really am so appreciative for all of you. Like doing YouTube, doing BookTube has like actually changed my life. And my favorite part of it from the beginning until now, like still now, has always been the community and like reading the comments. It's always been my favorite part. Just having that community with people who also love books. There's just something so special about it. And I love it. Like no matter how much I complain about editing and having to film because recently it's been very hard for some reason. I always think back like when I post and when I get those comments and I get to talk to you guys, it's just so fun for me. And I'm realizing now as I say this that I have not responded to comments on like my past 2 videos, which I know I need to do and I will. But it is my favorite part. Like I still see them. It's just sometimes I just don't have energy. And I'm like, I want to put effort into my responses because I feel like y'all deserve that. But yeah, I do read them. I read all of my comments because I love y'all and you make this so fun for me. I'm very grateful for that. So thank you. Not this video starting out with me being angry and now I'm all sappy. Ugh, the range that I have. I'm putting the Song of Achilles on my classics shelf. I guess that book is now a classic. There we go. The way I don't have any room for these Pierce Brown books. Okay, well, I still have a stack of books next to my bookshelf, but it's much smaller than it was before. So I appreciate that. Okay, I'm going to move my chair now. Okay, I did it. Wow. Okay. Oh, wait, I should probably show you what it looks like. This is the shelf, my chair. I put my chair in front. Now you can't even see the whole shelf. But I think it looks better. I don't have as many books just like randomly sitting in front of my shelf. So that's nice. I'm going to move this so I can sit on the chair. That is a weighted blanket and it's like 20 pounds. It's a lot. It's a lot, but it's nice. I recommend a weighted blanket. They are wonderful. Unless you're like a really hot sleeper, because then it might be miserable for you. I don't know where to put this. Okay. All right. Everything's all settled. Oh, my cord won't reach. Truly, if you have stuck with me for this long, you are incredible because I am a mess. I am a mess. Anyway, okay. Now, let me catch up. Let me catch my breath. Like, oh my God. Let me get some water. I feel better now. Like, having my shelves be more organized, it makes me feel better. But I also, anyway, how's everyone doing? That was a very riveting experience. That's what I love to hear. I love that. And I hope you love it. And if you don't, I'm very sorry. But I do really hope that you love it. This is what a lot of people say. Like they say that it's slow or boring or confusing. And I mean, honestly, I can't remember. It's been a long time. But I feel like once you stick it out past that, it's like you literally can't put it down. I mean, it's a heist. It's so fast and so fun. Yeah, no, I love looking at fan art. It's so funny because sometimes I want to look at fan art while I'm reading, and then I just spoil everything for myself. But I love spoilers, so it's okay. Actually, I don't like spoilers for movies and TV shows, but I love spoilers for books. This is where people get confused because books take me a while to get through. So I'm like, a spoiler is okay because It's gonna take me hours. Like I might as well just spoil some things to keep myself motivated. With a movie or TV show, it's like they're fast. Like I'll figure out the spoiler on my own. You don't gotta tell it to me. Does this make sense? I don't think it does. Dan Brown's Da Vinci Code. I've heard about that one. I don't know what it's about, but I've heard many. Oh, favorite friend group or group from Throne of Glass, the 13. Yeah, the 13, love them. I also really love Lysandra and Aelin. They're my favorite. Also, just like Manon and Asterin. Love them. Like the 13 as a whole, love them. But Aelin and Lysandra, I loved their friendship so much. Finishing up Wiggles. Hit to Murder. Finish the book of the series. They're 2 months. Oh no, not 2 months. Well, at least you know it's good. The Da Vinci. Oh, okay. See, I feel like I need to trust you guys. I don't know. I feel like whenever I ask for Rex, people always recommend me the same things, and I'm like, but I don't know if you can tell, but my brain is not working properly right now. I've heard this so much. I'm kind of nervous. Isn't it like a YA thriller? I don't know if I trust YA thrillers for some reason. Maybe I don't know. Oh, okay, I but well, but you have so much time. Why not just like do it one at a time, you know? Do you not get confused when you read multiple books at once? Because I feel like for me, I it takes me like twice as long because I'm like processing different information from different books and I get confused. But maybe it's just me. One of your favorite series of all time, Good Girl Who Died to Murder. I've been hearing this and I'm so behind. Like I really should probably read it. Interesting. Yeah. See, that's why like I don't think I would have watched that show if I hadn't read the books. It's so interesting to me when I see people who haven't read the books are like huge fans of the show. Like I came downstairs one day and my dad was watching it and I was like, "What in the world?" I don't know if he finished it, but he was watching it at one point. But yeah, it's so interesting. Did you read Addicted by itself? No, I read it intertwined with the Calloway sisters books. And I mean, the Calloway sisters books, Daisies was my favorite. Like Hot House Flower was my favorite. And I don't remember, see, it all blurs together. Like I don't remember which one is which. But the one where they went to Mexico, I also really like that one. I think that was like, I don't even think that was one of the main books. I don't know. This was a while ago. This was like 2020. Pandemic days. How did I just see? This is a wow. Mm. Which Cassandra Clare books should you read? The Mortal Instruments series. Oh, see, this is a big conversation to be had because some people say you should read it in publication order. Some people say you should read like all the Mortal Instruments and then read the Infernal Devices and then read the Dark Artifices and then read the Lost Hours. Some people say you should read the Infernal Devices and then the Mortal Instruments. You've already read the Mortal Instruments, so like I would say read the Infernal Devices next. My favorite series, I think, is the Dark Artifices, just because I think that one has the best plot and the most action. But the Last Hours has a great cast of characters, and I've only read book one, so I can't speak for the second one. But I think you should read the Infernal Devices next, and then the Dark Artifices. Yeah. Got a DNF. Oh, interesting. This is interesting because I feel like I've heard that it's like upper YA. I don't know. Hmm. I do want to like finish it one day, but I just can't do it right now. What? This is such an interesting mindset to me because I feel like it takes me twice as long if I'm reading multiple books at once. But I mean, if it works for you, it works for you. Are all the books you own hardcover? Not all of them, but most of them. Mostly when I buy books, I buy hardcover if they have it available just because it's easier to put on my shelf and I think they're prettier, which I know is like dumb, but like if I'm gonna spend my money, I want to spend it on something I'm gonna love. And I know I'm not gonna love the paperback version, so I might as well get the hardcover. So yeah, most of them are hardcover. Get the feeling you don't like Harry Potter, not sure if you don't. Yeah, see, I've seen people ask me this a lot because I drag Harry Potter. So here's the thing. I have only read the first 5 books, and this was a very long time ago, and I didn't really like them when I was reading them. I read them because everyone else was obsessed, and my friends were like, "You have to read Harry Potter." And I was reading them, and I really just didn't I wasn't into them. And so I never liked them to begin with. This isn't like a new thing. But then, of course, all the stuff with J.K. Rowling being a turf, being an overall horrible person, that just solidified my dislike for Harry Potter. It's to the point now where whenever I see anything relating to Harry Potter, it makes me upset because I don't understand why people, especially if you're on book Twitter, where people talk about J.K. Rowling and how awful she is all the time. I don't understand how people will still be like openly supporting her. So that's my beef with Harry Potter. Never finished the series, never liked it, and J.K. Rowling is a bad person. So there. I think it's better to read multiple at a time. You might be in the mood for once you read another. That's true. But also, if you're not in the mood, you could just DNF it and then just start another book. I don't know. I'm a mood reader, but I still just read one book at a time and it works for me. Do that for now. All your books are in a box. Oh, okay. Gonna use this time to read. Okay, I hope you guys were productive. I know I wasn't like organizing my shelves for that long, but I think I would have gone crazy if it went on for longer than an hour. So, where my bookshelf lights from, they are Christmas lights, like they're little Christmas tree lights. I don't know where they're from. You can probably just get them wherever. I personally don't like them that much because you can like see how thick. You can see how thick the cord is. And I've always wanted to get like the cute little fairy lights because they have like little wires so you can't really see the cords, but with these you can see it. Like they look good in the dark, but during the day, I don't know. If you like them, go for it. But I think that these are just regular Christmas lights. So I mean, I recommend getting fairy lights or like actual like wall decor or like room decor lights, not Christmas tree lights. I love your videos so much because there's oh my god, wait. They're so entertaining and I love them on BookTube too. And I get that. Sometimes I think my videos ain't there. Oh my god, that's so nice. I'm gonna have to check out your channel. Yeah, no, I feel like it's hard, especially like I feel like I never used to understand when like YouTubers or like influencers would get like burned out and be like, oh, YouTube is so hard. So I'm like, you're literally just making videos. But when you do it for that long, and especially when you're like not feeling confident about yourself and you have to sit there and like while you're editing, watch yourself for like an hour. It's actual torture. Like me, when I am like in a place where I hate myself, I hate editing because I'm like, I don't want to look at myself. I don't want to hear myself talk. So there's that. But then it also is just a matter of like, I just don't feel inspired. And so filming is very hard. But thank you. That means a lot. I'm going to check out your channel. And yeah, I mean, I have a lot of respect for people that do this full time because it's like you do everything. Like you film, you edit, you like come up with the ideas, you post, which even like my therapist and my psychiatrist were like, Haley, normally people like have a team for this. Like maybe you should hire someone to help you with editing. And I'm like, I feel like it's not that serious though. And they're like, but it's like ruining your joy for booktube. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. It's a lot, but that does mean a lot. So thank you. You want lights? Get some fairy lights or Christmas tree lights. Even the ones where I'm like, why would it be interested in someone organizing their books so someone made it through the whole video without trouble? Aw, thank you. You guys are so sweet. I swear I wasn't like digging for compliments. Like you can ask any of my friends. I have been like in a rut with booktube. I've just been like, why do people care? Like I don't even care because it's like so hard for me. And I honestly think it's because I'm like doing other things like writing and working and doing school, but like, I wanna go back to the good days when I was so excited to film and edit, because now it's like it feels like a burden, and it's so tiring. Maybe what if I just did live shows? No, I can't do that. I can't do that. But yeah, thank you. Yeah, I know I really should do reading sprints more often. They were fun doing them weekly for the, like, 2 weeks that I did them for, but they're kind of tiring, like, being live. I personally don't get that much done because 'cause I'm, like, so stressed that everything is, like, going well, but I love joining other people's lives. So I know that they're helpful for you guys. So I might do more, especially while I'm, like, not into filming and editing. You just woke up from school. No, I'm sorry. I hope that your day is good, but I'm sorry that you don't wanna go. Usually read the end of books before you start a book. Ooh, yeah, see, here's the thing. Some people say, like, spoilers ruin a book, and I don't agree with that. Because 'cause I'm like, if one spoiler ruins the whole book, was it even a good book to begin with? Like, how does that make sense? I, a lot of times, will just flip through a book just to see what I can see, just to see if I'm gonna be interested, and you know what? It works. It's more interesting. Yeah, no, I agree. There's a lot of, like, exposition and world building, and I do think that some people who have read the Shadow and Bone books before reading Six of Crows say it's, like, easier to get into Six of Crows because 'cause they're already familiar with the world. But I didn't have any difficulties, and Six of Crows was a book that got me back into reading after I was in a reading slump for, like, years, so, I don't know. Lee's power, I guess. 5 pages. 1 book a month. Yeah, no, I think that that's a great goal to read 1 book a month. Like, most people I know, they're like, "I don't remember the last book I read." Like, they'll be like, "I haven't read since I was 10 years old," and I'm like, "That's so sad." But, yeah, I don't know, I'm always so impressed when authors are like, "I always try and read at least 100 books a year." I'm like, "How are you reading 100 books and also writing, like, 2 books a year?" I'm like, "That's fully I wish I had that energy." But I also try and read 100 books every year just because I like that number. But I do feel like when you rush yourself, or at least for me personally, like when I rush myself while reading, I don't have as good of an experience. So I also don't want to do that, but I want to read more. You see my dilemma. This is why audiobooks are perfect. Daughter of the Deep. Oh, see, spoilers make things more exciting. Exactly. Captive Prince. Interesting. And are you liking it? Never read that book. See how it leads up to it. You're back. What are you doing? I like how someone asks this like every time. I'm like, I'm just here talking, just running my mouth. Yeah. Silent patient. Ooh, interesting. That's such a. I was gonna say it's a wide range in books, but it's literally all YA fantasy except for one of them. But I guess they're all like different. I don't know. The Infernal Devices is one of my old favorites. It's very much makes me emotional. You ever read The Foxhole Court? So funny story. I think it was, like, summer before my sophomore year or junior year, I got the ebook for the first book for free because it was free for some reason, so I got it, and I was like, "I'm gonna read this." I was stuck on 1% for weeks. I never got past 1%. I'm still at 1%, and it's been years. So I do not think I will ever read that series. But also my friend read it and he hates those books and I it just doesn't seem like something I'd be interested in, so I probably won't be. My least favorite genre, mystery thriller. Yeah, I'm the same way. I'll pretty much read anything, but I guess I could say the books that I like almost never look for or choose for myself is nonfiction. But it's interesting because all the nonfiction I've read, I've really enjoyed. It's just I never like go for it usually. But I love a good memoir and I love a good collection of essays. Those be fire. But nonfiction is definitely what I read the least. I don't know if it's my, no, my least favorite. Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't say this. Sci-fi. Sci-fi. I don't know why, but sci-fi just is not my thing. Unless it's like After the Flood or Parable of the Sower. Something where it's kinda like a futuristic well, I don't know, I really can't do, like, high concept sci-fi stuff. I'm really not into it, but I have read some sci-fi books that I liked, like, After the Flood, Parable of the Sower, The Abyss Surrounds Us. Like, there are some exceptions, but sci-fi, I usually don't get into it. You wish you'd DNFI and Widow because you didn't like it that much. World building was intriguing. Oh, this is so interesting. I feel like online I only see positive things about Iron Widow. So, when I see the criticisms, I'm always so shook. I feel like it's always my viewers too. Like, y'all be having similar tastes to me. You're like, yeah, I also didn't like that book. I don't get the hype. And I'm like, oh my God, you see me. We see each other. The poly rep was great. Yeah, that's like the main reason I feel like a lot of people read it. Oh, I mean, they're hard to read. I will say that. Like, I love a good, to be fair, physical books are great. Like, I love collecting them, but ebooks are the best to read because like you can take it anywhere and you can sit in any position while reading them. Whereas a hardcover book, impossible. Good play rep, a good book does not. Oh, poly rep. Yeah, that's very true. Have you read The Vampire Academy? No, but I read the first book when I was in like 6th grade and I just never continued it. Who is this J.K. Rowling you speak of? Oh no. Yeah, no, I see a lot of people. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people have that same mindset as you. But for me, it's like I can't separate the two. So I just don't. I just am like, yeah, I can't. Isn't it book related? But do you watch Euphoria? I did watch Euphoria. I watched the first season and I loved it. And my friends have been telling me to watch season 2. But I never watched the like special episodes that came out in between the seasons. So I need to watch that. But I'm also kind of in distress because I don't like watching things or starting things when they aren't finished. Like, I don't want to wait for one episode a week. I hate doing that. I'd rather just binge it all. But I've seen so many people talking about it. So I might give in and just have to watch it. I don't know. All DNFs and see that's what I'm afraid of. Yeah, I feel like there's so many new far better diverse middle grade. Yeah. That's how I feel. Like, I get it if it's like you grew up with it and it like started your love for reading. I understand it being hard to let go of, but I don't understand people now that like are just getting into it or when they'll be like, you want to read fantasy? Read Harry Potter. I'm like, there's so many better books than that you could be recommending. I haven't, but I've been seeing so many people post about it and I'm intrigued. But it's weird because before it got super popular, I feel like people were saying it was bad. And then now all of a sudden everyone's like eating it up. So 20 books, but 2. Yeah. I think 2 is reasonable because I mean that's usually what I do when I have to read a book for class and then I'll read one like for my own pleasure. And it works. I have not, but I have heard many good things about it. I also heard that the author's husband, I think, got caught up in like a murder trial because he murdered someone. So yeah. I don't know, like, I don't know all the details off the top of my head, but that's what I think of when I think of Where the Crawdads Sing. But I have had a lot of people recommend it to me, but I'm kind of like, would I really like it? I don't know. I feel like my taste is so varied. Like, I can't even pinpoint it anymore. Post a raw edit. You don't want to see the raw edit of my videos. You really don't. No, don't say that. Oh my god. Really wanted you book 2. You quickly give up on things. Yeah, I mean, I would say only do it if it's something that you will be really into. Because I feel like this is something that writers face a lot where they'll have an idea for a new book they want to write and they'll be like, God, this is such a good idea. And they'll be like, I can't tell if it's actually good or if I'm just obsessed with it for now. And then like a week later, they'll be like, yeah, no, that was just a one-time obsession. I'm over it. I'm not going to do it. So like maybe just think about it. And then if you're still wanting to do it like a few months later, maybe it's time to start a channel. I don't know. You can also just do a trial run. Like maybe you start it and then you actually don't like it. Recent Rowan or Hunt. So this is an interesting question because I actually don't like any of Sarah J. Maas's men, which is not a surprise because I don't like a lot of male characters, but I hate Hunt. You know that thing that's like fuck, marry, kill. But for this, it's just kill, kill, or kill. I would kill all of Okay, fine. I think out of all of them, I like Rowan the best because he is the least annoying to me. Hunt is just the worst. I really hope that he dies. I really do. I know you shouldn't wish death on people, but I'm just saying this as someone who has read Sarah J. Maas's books and she loves to do the two love interest thing. I hope he's out of the picture. I'm not even going to read the next book, but I just hope he's out of the picture. And then Rhysand, I liked him. And then I read A Court of Silver Flames. And I was like, this man is a menace. So no longer like him. So we are left with Rowan, which I think is funny because so many people say, oh, Rowan doesn't have a personality. Like his entire personality, I can't say that word. His entire personality is just like loving Aelin. And I'm like, bitch, me too. Like, I wish my man's entire personality would just be being obsessed with me. Like, that's wonderful. I literally only care about Rowan because he's with Aelin. And I think that's fine. So burn all of them. Keep Rowan. If I had to pick one, I would keep Rowan. But for the most part, I would burn all of them. You'd be open to like more writing sprints. You're explaining organizing. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to do, sometimes I think about doing writing sprints on my Instagram because I feel like it would be less pressure, but I feel like a lot of people don't follow me on Instagram, so it might not work. But yeah, I do want to do more sprints. Is I think that they're very productive. But for me, it's hard because when I'm actually live, I tend to not get a lot of work done because I'm stressed about being live. So sometimes I think about doing writing sprints, but like on Twitter or on Instagram, I don't know. I'm definitely open to it though. I just gotta be in the right headspace because me doing lives when I'm in a bad mood, it's bad for everybody. Fluffy queer book video. Ooh, yes. Oh my god. I always need more queer book recs. I will be checking that out. It's enjoyable. Just love your vibe. I have to explain I'm watching someone talk about books. Yeah, I'm excited to move. Whenever I say I'm a booktuber, people are like, what is that? And I'm like, I just talk about books. And they're like, why? And I'm like, because books are cool. I don't know. Adam. Oh, Lord. Oh, see, I only read the first book, but I know so many things about Shatter Me that when you said you were defending Adam, I was like, oh no. Yeah, I've only read the first book, which I really didn't like, but people say that the first book is like the worst thing to ever exist, and the rest of the series is amazing. Not sure if I believe that, but I guess we'll never know because I don't know if I am ever going to finish that series. I don't know. I really don't know. I can tell you. It's also dystopian, which I'm not a huge fan of. You're enjoying Captive Prince. Okay, I've heard things about that book. Reading spoilers. You know what? I agree with that and I understand that, but I have so much anxiety when I read things and don't know what's going to happen, like to the point where it ruins my experience. So knowing some things is very beneficial for me, especially when it's the end. Favorite book with a disabled main character. See, I want to say Six of Crows because Kaz, because that's my favorite book. Yeah, I think it's really good. But I don't know, I'm trying to think. I feel like I haven't read that many books that have a disabled main character, like books with side characters that are disabled, but main characters. Like I read Chloe Brown. I didn't love Chloe Brown. So I don't know. Y'all should give Rex. I'm very curious now. Want to read more books by non-white authors? Okay, so I'm just gonna tell you my favorites. Sava Tahir and Ember in the Ashes and All My Rage when it comes out. Not me blinking right now. Oh my god. Oh, The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. Check trigger warnings because that book is very intense. Oh, Honey Girl by Morgan Rogers. Legendborn by Tracy Dion. Anything by Toni Morrison and Audre Lorde. I feel like I could go on for a while. But I think those are my favorites. Still planning to read Iron Widow. So am I. I need that. I need the audiobook. Playlist. Oh my god. See, now I need more queer book recs. I have a whole list of like Sapphic books, but I want that list to be 10 times longer. No. Oh no. Wait, but I love a main character that's like kind of vicious, especially if they're a girl. Like I love a mean female main character. People were upset that she wasn't in the special. I mean, I feel like if they put her in the special, people would have been real mad. Like it would have been worse backlash. But yeah, I don't know. I saw a lot of people talking about the special, and I was like, not Harry Potter again. I love The Glass Castle. That's like one of the first memoirs I ever read in middle school. I loved it. I really loved it. One of the best decisions you ever made. You love filming and editing and uploading and supporting your friends. Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. And honestly, sometimes like I did really love it at a time, and now I think that I'm in like a different stage in my life. It's I just feel differently about it, which isn't a bad thing. Like people grow and change and grow out of things, but I'm glad you love it, and I know other people really love it, and I'm glad that they can do it full time. But yeah, if you don't stay, exactly, exactly. Have I watched a Spider-Man movie? Yes. I did a little bit of a rant on this, saying how I didn't love it. And it's so funny because my friend texted me and was like, "You're not gonna like it." And I was like, "Why would you say that?" And then I watched it and I didn't like it. But I love the other ones. Like I love the Amazing Spider-Man movies. I kind of liked the original Spider-Man movies. I don't really remember them that much. And then I loved the first two like Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. But the third one, that was a mess. I mean, I think it's like entertaining, just wasn't for me. I just don't think it was very poorly executed. I don't think it was like a good movie. But it was enjoyable. It like wasn't good. It also kind of wasn't enjoyable because it was kind of cringy. So I don't know, but maybe you'll like it. Yeah, I mean, I always just say give it a try if you're feeling up to it, and then if it's not for you, then it's not. First of all, I feel a little bit offended by this question, which I know was not your intention. But do they not look organized? Like, are you asking me that because they look nasty? Because I did organize them. I'm sorry if they don't look good, but I did organize them. I work at a library, and even there I get asked for booktubers. Oh my god, really? You know what is so crazy? I feel like book talk is huge, which makes sense because like TikTok, huge, but YouTube is also huge. But the booktube community is so small compared to book talk, even though book talk is like fairly new. Because like you can walk into like book talk is being put in the New York Times and on Forbes and all over Barnes and Noble. And I'm like, okay, can we get some love for the booktubers? But no one knows who booktube is. Oh my god. I'll have to check it out. You know what? If I was in my like peak era of booktube when I was doing tags left and right, I definitely would be like jumping on this tag immediately. But like as of right now, I don't even know when the next video I'm gonna film is gonna happen. Like theoretically, I should be posting one next week, but will I? I don't know. But I'm gonna add that to my list. Oh no. Yeah, you want to put see, listen, I finished organizing. I said I gave up. I put all the books on the shelf though, which was my goal. Were y'all not here when I said, "Okay, guys, I'm done. I'm gonna pull my chair up." Did you just miss that? Like, let me defend myself real careful. Not real careful, real quickly. Yes, it is. That show is very intense. Oh, I'm gonna type. You know what? I've seen the Me Before You movie. Not my type. Tell me why I saw. Oh my god, I can't even say this. But not my type. Thank you. Ooh, How to Walk Away. Sick Kids in Love. I'll have to check all of these out. Exactly. I was just telling my friend this, but I was like, I don't really care for romance in YA books unless it's Sapphic. Because like I kind of feel weird about shipping children, like as an adult. And that's why like YA books in general just don't appeal to me anymore because I'm just older in a different part of my life. But if it's Sapphic, I'm like, these are the books that I wish I had when I was younger, trying to figure myself out. And I love all of them. So Sapphic books, I gotta read all of them. Oh, wait, okay. I have always wanted to read Wonder. So I am the one person who has not read it, and I will be checking it out. So angry. See, I love a good angry feral main character. Like it just makes me want to read it. Yes. Oh my god, I love Zofia. She's actually my favorite character. That's another book I recommend people read actually by an author of color. Always Only You. See, you guys are coming through with all of the Rex. One of I know you were probably just late, but tell me why I thought it was an attack against me. I was like, damn, kind of smart. Okay. See, I'm gonna have to check all of these out. Probably know more about me than my family because of the Rex I recommend. Yeah, honestly, that's low key how I feel about writing books because I feel like I put so many things in my own books that I don't talk to my family about, and like everyone who reads my books are gonna like know my entire soul, and my family's gonna be like, "Oh my god, I didn't even know this." Like, what? I'm gonna come back here and like screenshot all of these. Harry Styles. What about Harry Styles? Tell me, I book talk famous books over 300 holds. Oh my gosh. Yeah, book talk is the reason why certain books are on the New York Times bestsellers list. I'm not even kidding. It's kind of insane. And that's how it was for me when I was about to read People We Meet on Vacation. There were like, yeah, it was ridiculous. I actually don't trust book talk though. Yeah. I'm like, did y'all think I was gonna be organizing my shelves for 4 hours? You're struggling through Great Gatsby. Oh no. I mean, yeah, it's definitely not for everyone. I love that book. Or do I love the idea of that book? I guess we'll never know. You don't have TikTok. Should you get it for book talk or stay away? It's up to you. I know a lot of people who have to delete TikTok because it's like way too addicting. For me, I don't get addicted to it because I feel like my For You page isn't that gripping for me. But I don't know. I feel like it's just this whole phenomenon. If you want, but like, what do you mean get it for book talk? Like you want Rex from book talk, or you want to join book talk? Like you want to start making videos? Because that is, I don't know. That's up to you. Personally, I'm like not really on book talk besides for the friends that I interact with. But other than that, I don't really care for book talk. I mean, obviously I make videos, but I'm not like deep, deep in book and you know what I mean? I don't know. You're not doing nothing any books you can complete your reading goal. See, that's me. I can't do enough books. It's very difficult. Oh, okay. My favorite book at the moment. See, the fact that I have to only say one book. Well, at the moment, I'm just gonna say my favorite book that I've read this year so far, and it's All My Rage by Sabat Tahir. Beautiful, devastating, amazing. I'm obsessed with that book. Sabat Tahir has the mind of a mastermind. My favorite book of all time, though, either Beloved by Toni Morrison or The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison. I love how 2 seconds ago I was like, Six of Crows is my favorite book. I mean, it is, but that's my standard answer for when I'm talking to, like, book people and, like, the general book community because I feel like they will have actually read that. You have almost 500 books on your wish list. You see, that's how I feel about my TBR. I'm like, I check my Goodreads and it's like, you have 600 something books. And I'm like, how am I going to read all of these in my lifetime? You know how there's that app that calculates how long it'll take you to get through your TBR? And for some people, it's like, oh, 53 years. Mine is probably like 100 years. So many books, not enough time. I haven't read it. I've heard good things, but I have not read it. Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. I've never heard of that book. I will have to check it out. Are you ever having a good day and you realize your parents could walk into and pick up a random book and see spice? No, because my parents, they don't do that to me. I'm sorry if they do that to you, but they don't do that to me. They will come into my room, but they won't touch my books because they don't care. My friends do that sometimes though. Like they'll come over and just start like pulling books off the shelf, but they don't like flip through them. They'll just like read the back or read the synopsis or read the first page. So I never worry about that. But also, I'm like, my family knows about my YouTube channel. And if they've watched any of my videos, they know I talked about smut. So I just have learned to block it out. Also, when I write smut in my books, I've just not come to terms with the fact that when I get published, they might see that. There's a chance. There is a chance. And it kind of horrifies me. Haven't liked any books you've picked up because of TikTok. Exactly. TikTok's recommendations. Mm-mm. Let me tell you all the books TikTok recommended me that I read and didn't like. Oh my God, what's it called? What's that book called by Jennifer L. Armentrout? Oh, From Blood and Ash. Hated that book. This also kind of applies to book Twitter. From Blood and Ash, didn't like it. It Ends With Us, didn't like it. People We Meet on Vacation, didn't like it. Punk 57, didn't like it. Corrupt, didn't like it. What did I like, you might ask? I liked one book, and that was that Christine Lauren book, Love in Other Words. I actually really liked that book, but everything else, like I didn't like Red, White, and Royal Blue. I mean, I guess technically I did like Throne of Glass. So that's like one thing. But everything, what's that other book? Oh my God. Oh my God. Evelyn Hugo, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, didn't like that book either. Addie LaRue, didn't like that book either. What do I like? It's like I like nothing. I did get Sapphic book recommendations from TikTok and I like them. Like Her Name in the Sky. Well, I technically didn't get that from TikTok, but I love that one. And She Drives Me Crazy, amazing. Honey Girl, amazing. Nothing. Wait, Not My Problem, amazing. Isn't what you said? Yes. I was like, damn, not you guys thinking I'm being lazy. I agree. I especially think because like on BookTube, you can go way more in depth about it. So you can actually know if it's something that you would want to pick up, Whereas on Book Talk, they'll just be like, it has these tropes, read it. And I'm like, not all of those tropes are executed well though. But on BookTube, they'll actually talk about like in depth why they like it, not just about tropes and stuff. I don't know. I mean, some people on BookTok go into depth, but most people do those like really fast book rec videos, and no. How do you feel about Storygraph of Goodreads? Technically, I have Storygraph. I never use it. I use Goodreads and I use Fable because I just literally I don't know. Storygraph, I actually never use it, but I have it, but I never use it. The reason why I like Goodreads better is because it connects to social media, which is an easy way for people to see what I'm reading, so I don't have to like announce it all the time. But when I update my page count, it'll automatically go on my Twitter, which I love. But then Fable I love because it's just so aesthetically pleasing, and you can do buddy reads and join book clubs, and you can make lists on there and bookshelves on there, and it looks so pretty and so cute. It is a new app, So, like, it's always being updated. So it's not like it doesn't have, like, everything that Goodreads has, but it is already better than Goodreads. Goodreads and their glitchy, messy system also, if you don't wanna support Amazon, don't use Goodreads and use Fable. And you can join my book club. We're actually about to pick a new book. My book club is called Dangerous Woman Book Club, and we read about badass female characters. So if you're into that, join my book club. There should be a link. If there isn't, I'm sorry, but there should be. There also should be on my like beacons page, which I realize is not linked in the description. That's just on my social media. But join my book club. Just join it. Quick standalones, preferably fluffy or just happy books. Yes. Actually, I might not. I was thinking, I'm like, happy. I don't read a lot of happy books. Well, I guess I think Not My Problem is fairly happy. Oh, okay. Not My Problem by Sierra Smith. She Drives Me Crazy by Kelly Quinlan. That one, that is happy. And it's quick. I literally read it in one sitting. It's fantastic. And it's Sapphic. Both of them are Sapphic. Parents literally read a letter your friend wrote for me. Worry about them picking up. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that seems like a very big invasion of privacy. And I'm sorry that that happens to you. Parents have never done that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've definitely been reading smut, and my parents have been like, like walked into my room, and I've been like, but they never just like pick up my stuff. Well, my mom sometimes she'll pick up my notebooks and just flip through them, and I'm like, excuse me, ma'am, excuse me. Falling in Love montage. I also really want to read that one. Isn't that one also by Sierra Smith? I think so. Just excuse me while I ugly cry. I've heard so many people recommending that to me as well. Yeah, that sounds about right. What's going on? We're just talking. I was organizing my shelves, but I finished. Why is it your fault? That could be the book's fault. Honestly, sometimes when I'm confused in a book, I say it's my fault because I just think I'm not a smart person. But I'm sure you are intelligent. So why is it your fault? Yes, I already organized my shelves. I'm so sorry if you guys are just now joining and getting upset that I'm not organizing my shelves. I mean, I gave them 3 stars, which very much for me is just they just weren't for me. Like, I don't think that they're bad. I actually think that Addie LaRue is well written and the prose is pretty, but I just didn't care about anything that happened in that book. Meanwhile, I know 90% of book Twitter and book talk, they were out here sobbing over that book. For me, could not care less. And then for Evelyn Hugo, kind of the same situation. Yeah, it's actually so true. They be reading books that are hella old, which I mean, good for them. They read what they want and they enjoy it. That's good. But I'm like, can we hype up books by people of color that are queer and that are current? Jack Edwards. No, but his videos always pop up on my page. I do not. I actually read Shadow and Bone and didn't even, I mean, I forgot he was in the book. Because a few years ago, I was like, wait, he's in the first book? I don't remember him at all. And he was. And I don't care for them either. I don't ship Alina with anyone, though. Okay, yeah, I have seen that. But it's like at this point, I already have Fable and Goodreads. So I don't think I can do the switch again. But also, I saw people on Twitter like complaining about Storygraph because sometimes the tags just aren't accurate. Like it'll be straight up lying to you. It'll be like, "Oh, this book is lighthearted and it's like 500 pages of trauma." And it's like, "Well, I don't know." Yeah, I mean, it'll definitely get different, I think, when you get older. At least that's how it was for me. Yes, I know it. I mean, I read 2 of them before the hype. and they were just okay. Well, one of them was awful. But I agree. I think that sometimes book talk just does too much. I actually like am uncovering I don't like reading books that are super hyped because then it like raises my expectations and usually I'm disappointed. So that's just my 2 cents. But anyway, I've made it to the end of the comments. So I'm probably gonna go soon. What time is it? It's 6 o'clock. I mean, yeah, you guys are probably tired of me, but I had fun and I'm glad that my bookshelves are somewhat organized. And I hope you all enjoyed this live. And I really hope to do more in the future. Also, let me know what kind of videos you want to see from me because I feel like I don't have ideas, but I also feel like I'm not doing things that people care about. So let me know what you're interested in. I'm very curious to know. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this live and I hope you have a good rest of your day. And yeah, thank you so much for joining. Remember to subscribe to my channel and follow me on all my social medias because that is where I am active the most, especially Twitter. Twitter? Oh my God. Cemetery Boys. Hell yeah. Cemetery Boys is so good. Anyway, so thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.